I'm Sierra Bergen, and today we'll be making a calculator app using switch case statements. So to get this out of the way, this is not my code. I found an excellent example of how to use a simple calculator with switch statements right here on programiz, and so I'm going to be using their code more or less. I might not be necessarily writing it the way they will. So as we can already see, I've already got the variables, the character and float variables are already up and running. We're just using standard input-output stream and the standard naming convention library. So to get started, we're going to prompt the user for an input. So in this case, please enter an operation. And I'm going to use 4 different operations here, the plus, minus, multiplication, and division. So this OP character is going to take place later on in the switch case statement. I'll cover that when that's the case. But for now, we're going to ask for the first number and the second. Alright, now that that is done, we have our switch case statement to get to, right? So what this does is I'm going to tell the program to, based off of this input here, our OP, our character, we're going to look for a specific character and it's going to do something in response to this character. So because we're making a calculator program, in this case what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, so I have a case, and in the presence of a certain character, we're going to do X. Alright, so in this case, as I said, we've got our 4 functions, our operations to go off of. So plus, minus, multiplication, and division. So as you would expect with a calculator, it's going to do something related to those operations and give a result. So in our case, we're going to have it print out num1 plus num2. And so all they've done is they've taken out extra steps. The program is literally going to calculate this and not put in whatever numbers you put together. So it's not going to put, say, 3 and 4. It's not going to print out 3 plus 4. It's going to print out that result. And then it's going to finish that particular operation. And same with the other operations as well. It's going to subtract, multiply, what have you. Right? So in this case, all right. So now we have our program up, and I'm going to start off with the plus option. Okay, so I said plus 3, and my second number is going to be 5. As we see, it gives the answer 8. Now, what happens when your user provides an option that's not an option? Well, that's why I didn't add it here, but you always need a default case. And so what the default case does, it says, okay, in the event that I don't provide plus, minus, multiplication, or division, to console out something in this case. So I'm going to tell the user error, and then it's going to break. So this program's going to perform a function, num1 plus num2, num1 minus num2, what have you. And then once it's done that function, because this is a simple calculator, it's going to do the one function, and then with the program complete, the return 0 tells the program, all right, we did what we need to, finish. And the same will go with the error. So just to show you here, if I put S, all right, it's still going to ask, because this program runs sequentially, it's still going to ask for your first and second number. But as you see, because I didn't provide a plus minus multiplication or division, it went through those cases and said, hey, it's not one of these cases. Oh, then I have to go to the default. Now, there's one more thing I just want to cover. So let's say, I said that before, that in the event that you successfully complete this with a plus, minus, what have you, and put in your two numbers, it should do something, right? So I'm going to get rid of a couple of these breaks here. Now, what happens is, as I said, this program does run sequentially. So if I try to run this again without a couple of breaks, so for example, the plus, and I put in my 2 and my 3. As you notice, it gives you a bunch of numbers. This is a bunch of numbers. It's not 5-16. It is 5, because you asked for 2 plus 3, -1, because you said 2 minus 3 after that, and 6. So those breaks are important. It is tell the program to, hey, just run this the one time, and then now that you've completed that particular operation, we're done. So just to show you multiplication, 2 and 3, and there you go. That is a calculator using switch statements.